What's going on there, everybody, and welcome back to some more trucking with iVision. It's been a while, and we've got a lot to go over, but we are here with the 1.41 update finally, which adds some cool new things. We're here with the new Idaho Spuds event, if you're in with the World of Truck stuff. So all sorts of good stuff going on right now. We're going to hit the biggest thing first, though, the 1.41 update. And that brings convoys. So if you're ready to do convoys, there you go. You can do it. It's up to 8 people right now. They would like to expand it from what I heard. But obviously, I think that's just going to be over time if they allow that to go above 8. You got mods you cannot use, right? So whatever. You got to think about that too. If you're big into the mods, convoys does not support that right now. Other cool thing, quick travel. You can now quick travel to anywhere that what I would assume you've visited or been to. So you can see all that. You can click on them, go, and you can see the cost to quick travel. So the old way you used to quick travel is through your garage manager. You could do it that way. I don't think that used to cost you. It now costs you. So if you try and quick travel through the garage manager like before, it now does cost you. I don't think it did before, but it does now. So that is in there. And then finally, they changed up the exit thing that I've realized. So if you click exit now, you can go back to the launch pad or quit. I don't recall that being that way before, but I could be wrong. But it definitely looks different. Either it's the same and they just changed the icons. Don't know, but they did something there. And I believe the radio icon is also different. So that's kind of what 1.41 brings. It also brings some changes over in California, as that state kind of gets revamped a little bit since it's been released. Couple years ago now, I believe. So that's how that's going. So that's kind of the 1.41 update. Obviously the biggest thing, convoys. So if you haven't checked that out, check it out now. But we're gonna get going here. We've got a lot to do. We're doing the Idaho Spuds World event there, and we have ourselves the Big Potato. We're rocking here the Kenworth T680. That is how you get the skin. If you want this skin for your truck, you have to get the Kenworth T680. So went there, grabbed it real quick so we could get it, and there she is, the beautiful Big Potato. Wow, it's big. It's the famous potato tour. All right, cool. So the only thing here is you have to start your truckload in Idaho to complete the tasks for this event. So you have to do 6 normal potato deliveries, and then 1 of the big potatoes here, like we are doing. So, but you have to start them in Idaho. If they don't originate from Idaho and they're not 100 miles or more, it will not count. So keep that in mind, as people have taken potatoes from other areas, and obviously if it's not from Idaho, it does not count. So we're gonna get going here. We're going over to Positella. That's what I'm gonna call it. Positello. So that's where we're going. And yeah. So other cool things. So I've got a lot to cover. We got 200 miles to cover, a lot of information, and I'm not sure if we're gonna get to it all. I hope we do, because I can talk really fast if needed. But we're gonna see what happens here. First things first here. I finally decided to purchase a steering wheel. I know I've been talking about it for so long, which one I was going to get, all this blah blah. So I ended up buying the Logitech G923. So still trying to get it and understand everything. I haven't had a ton of time to really putz with it and do a ton of deliveries with it. I will say I do love driving in VR with the steering wheel. It's been kind of fun, especially since I've now kind of gotten all the buttons I needed to mapped onto the steering wheel and whatnot. Makes things a lot easier. That is the one downfall with VR, is you can't see your workspace if you're just, when you're in the, when you're really doing things. Obviously you can turn on the external cameras depending on your headset to see things, but like when you're sitting here driving and all of a sudden you need to hit a button or something on your keyboard, it is what it is. So is what it is. Boom, boom, boom. All right, here we go. Here we go. So yeah, still trying to figure it out. I'm kind of thinking because it is really complicated now to look around. Like it's not easy to look around with a steering wheel. So now we need to get some sort of head tracking system. So that's gonna be the next thing I think that we get to make it easier, because I mean that was nice, you know, the little joystick, you can just easily just whip around and do your thing, and it's nice and smooth. But it's not as fluid, I feel like, you know, with the mouse. You still get the fluidity. Man, we're using some very big words today, but it's just not the same. So I'd like to do something there, but steering wheel's a step in the right direction, definitely. It's been fun. I've used it for some other games. The force feedback really, and it gets me at times. But I did have to turn down a lot of the force feedback settings in ATS because it makes a lot of noise. So, because the Logitech G923 uses a motor versus a belt to drive the force feedback. So, was one of the things I compromised, I guess, is a belt system is a little quieter, aka probably a lot quieter. But yeah, I figured for my first like true one, you know, this is what we'll try here, and you always go from there, right? Because man, looking at that stuff, you can like really spend some money on some really amazing wheels and pedals and all that stuff. So definitely for entry level, I'm good with it for now, but still got some practice with it and whatnot. But hopefully much better, you know, because we can go outside the cab and I can actually drive a lot better now as we look at our cool truck here. The Big Potato there with Mr. Potato in the back of this guy here. There's a helicopter behind us. Not really sure what's going on, but Jesus. So yeah. So there we are. So yeah, we can definitely sit outside the truck a lot longer than we would in the past. Just due to it's a lot easier with the steering wheel to stay in your lane. So that is what we got going on there, at least improvement-wise for helping us with American Truck Sim. And I think it'll be good too for like Bus Sim, especially when Bus Sim 21 comes out, which is shortly here, couple months, I believe. So that's gonna be really fun and awesome, I think. The other like big news. And so I'm sure you guys have all realized my content has gone way down again. Not a ton of stuff coming out lately. It's like trickling out at a very trickle pace. And that is because I am going to be starting a new job in a couple months here. Or less than a couple months now. So I've been super busy interviewing and visiting and trying to get all the stuff ready for like a new place to live, trying to find a realtor to sell my current place, and it's been crazy. So the craziness is so not even close to being done yet. We are so far away from it, but hopefully in another 3 weeks I'll get a little bit of normalcy to get some content at a normal clip. And then there could be like another week or two, hopefully a week or two, it's my goal, where content is non-existent or very slow again also. And that's just due to the timing of moving and me starting at my new job and all that. But the great thing is for you guys is that the new job will provide way more consistency for me. So that means more content most likely is happening, and maybe going back to trying to do live streams again. So I did it for like a couple months, I think, like a few years ago, but just my current work schedule just does not allow, or my my current job just not allow for it. It's impossible to do it on a consistent level. Well, so this new job though, that I'll be starting in less than a couple months, way more consistency on having like nights off. I won't be working as many weekends. Won't be traveling nowhere near as much. So it's gonna be awesome. And I got a lot more time off too, somehow. So kind of works out in some ways. But so that's like what's been going on and why the content's been super slow lately. But we're gonna get back up there. We're gonna have a lot of fun because there's a lot of things I don't want to do with the channel. And I think we're now gonna finally have time to actually start doing that type of stuff. So, and the timing's perfect now that we have convoys for ATS. I'm thinking about, so I have a Discord. If you have never seen it or didn't even know I had one, wouldn't be shocked, honestly. Would not be shocked. But it's in the description below if you'd like to join the Discord. I'm thinking about creating a ATS convoy section, so if you want to team up with some people, or if I'm happen to be driving one night, we can all hop on. Definitely, that capability is now here, so I think that'll be kind of cool, and talk and get to know things and whatever. I'm open for anything at this point. So definitely, I think the timing is just like super perfect. That this game came out with convoys. So yeah, so that's kind of like what's been going on. I know it's like super short here, but we're also coming up on our. Yeah, actually, we still got 116 miles to go. Well, I'm making good time with the conversation here. There's been a ton of updates for different mods and whatnot, and this truck is so cool. This potato, the Big Idaho Potato. Man, that's so cool. Get your photos here with the potato. I was going to call it a tomato. It's not a tomato, it is a potato. So yeah, cruising. This is so awesome. This is so awesome. I can't wait to get this delivery there. It's going to be a blast. 110 calories, that's all that's in this potato. What? What is going on? Oh, this is a nice truck too. I don't mind it. I thought I must have had one at one point and then got rid of it, but we've got it now. I might drive this one for a little while. Honestly, it's not terrible. It's got a 500 horsepower engine in it, 18 speed with retarder, I believe. Transmission, 220 gallon fuel tank. So yeah, lots of cool stuff, and I got some things in here too for us. Got my little duffel bag back there as well. So yeah, a lot of fun things. So we'll see. Whoa! Don't text and drive, folks. It's bad. Or read your phone and drive. Bad things happen. So cool. Honestly, I'm a huge Tesla fan. I'm not gonna lie. I think self-driving cars are like the coolest thing ever. And so I actually just got to take a ride in one with the new software update that they released. I believe it's version 9. I think is what they just released. It was about, I want to say 3 weeks ago now. And it's honestly so cool. I hope one day I can get one, whether it's a Tesla or another company's version of self-driving. I just think it's so cool. It's the coolest thing ever. So yeah, that's my little story there. And ooh, beautiful. Oh, and then the other thing that happened, we were talking about just everything that's been going on crazy, right? So you guys know I use AMD for my graphics card. I have used AMD for graphics for so long now. I wouldn't consider myself a fanboy, but we'll just call it that because I have only had like one NVIDIA card my whole lifetime. So I don't know what it is. I just like AMD. I think part of it is I've never had an issue with them. Well, so in OBS though, I've been using the X265 encoder for content. And then about a couple of drivers ago, AMD screwed it up, and I can no longer get OBS to record properly with the X265 drivers, or with the encoder with the new drivers. So, but for me it sucks because no updates for OBS to fix it. Nothing from AMD, because AMD's released like 3 updates since then. It hasn't fixed the issue. But I don't want to revert back to the drivers that were working for OBS properly, because I'm actually getting way better frame rates with the newer drivers from AMD, and I do not want to give up those frame rates. So I had to switch back to the 264 encoder, which is fine. To me, I don't see the difference, besides space-wise. I think you can get higher quality into smaller space with the X265 versus X264. But yeah, so it's just frustrating, like little things like that shouldn't be happening at all, just happen, and then this is what we're left with. But it still looks great. I mean, man, and ATS looks so good too. And I haven't actually been able to try ATS or Flight Sim in VR with the new AMD drivers, so I'm a little bit short on that, because I think it'll help. Problem with ATS and VR is the anti-aliasing is so bad in the game. You see all these lines like on the fences and on the power lines and all that. They all have the like super jagged looks, and it's so bad. It sucks. But that's no fault of AMD or Nvidia or the VR headset. It's just the way it is because of how they do that. So if SCS could ever tweak that stuff and make it look better, that'd be awesome. Whoa, that car just did like a wheelie on 2 wheels there. Holy cow. Okay, so something really cool that I completely forgot about that was also added in the 1.41 update was this new like camera control features now, where you can change the time of day on your photo. You can change the weather. It's the coolest thing ever. So something there too, if you guys are big into the photos, like I always take a screenshot every time I drive, especially for YouTube. But even sometimes when I drive just like myself, just having a nice little cruise and whatnot, I always do. So definitely something to think about there if you're into that. There's a little bit of control there with the day and weather over there, and they've created a few more options down here where you can adjust the lights and screenshot manager now. So just something to check out and think about as you continue your great exploration of the 1.41 update from SCS. Alright. Come on. I feel like I hear a train. Felt like I heard a train over there. There might have been one. There probably is one, to be honest. Yeah, see, I'm still trying to get the turns down. Especially right-hand turns. Left-hand turns I'm pretty good, but right-hand turns I've got some work to do there. Definitely got some work to do there. But as we get more experience, and I think part of it too is just having to deal with the camera on top of everything else. I feel like, I don't know, maybe not. Maybe it's just me being weird. Honestly, it probably is just me being weird. Not knowing how to actually drive a semi-truck properly, but then stuff like that happens, Just like that when we're like looking up at the ceiling. Alright, here we are with our delivery point. Apparently the potato is going to another area. Maybe this is where it goes to be taken into storage. Alright, let's see where they're going to have us. It's probably like right there, huh? It is right there. Okay. Alrighty then. If that's where you want her, then that's where we'll put her. Alright, we'll turn her around. Just like so. And putting her right in there between some trailers. It's intense. That is intense. That's for sure. All right. The key is to go nice and slow. That's the big key there. Let's go nice and slow. And then that way you can kind of start straightening her out. Because we're a little... I feel like we're just a little bit to the... we're not doing too bad. I think we're good, actually. I just can never tell on that side. Like through the mirrors, I just can never see enough to know, and we can't see shit over there. So we're just gonna bank on it being okay. Alright, just like that. And then let's straighten her out just a little bit here. Don't want her to go too crazily. Yeah, see, we're getting really tight, I feel like, against that side. There's a train. There we are. Beautiful. We're good. It's kind of tough because we're a wide load. So that does not help. There we go. There she is. Right there. Put them parking brakes on. Oh, that's not too bad, actually. It's a little tight there on the side, but I mean, she's oversized, so what are you gonna do? But that's gonna do it for us. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Thanks a lot for watching. I hope to catch you all next time with some more trucking with iVision.